We have updates for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, so let's get into it. And Kingdom Come Deliverance was a new game for me this year, and one that stole my heart. And there's a good reason for that. It is quite the unique and immersive RPG. If you want to go check out the reasons why I think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 will be the game of the year in 2025, check out the link in the top corner of this video now as I go over my 10 reasons why I think it will be. We're just going to hang out here and go over some of the recent updates for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 that I guess you can add to that list of the aforementioned video, beginning with the fact that the game release date has been moved up in February of next year. Let's take a look at what our friend Tobi from Warhorse Studios has to say in this one.
Let me thank you for your ongoing support. We hit 1 million wishlists on Steam alone, which is a great milestone for the team, and it really shows your ongoing support. So thank you very much for that.
Where this game has come from, with almost everybody not even knowing it existed in terms of KCD1, 1 million wish lists on Steam, this game is picking up traction and I love to see it. Good games deserve all of the recognition. KCD2 is getting that recognition.
Tomorrow is a huge day. Tomorrow is the PC Gaming Most Wanted show, and we will world premiere a teaser of our new story trailer there. So let's watch it together as we are nominated among the most anticipated games of 2025. And that is big.
We're going to take a look at both of those trailers right after what Tobi has to say here.
Last but not least, we have to announce another release date movement. I mean, it is what it is.
Just lay it on us.
This time we move the game forward. So Kingdom Come
That is what we're talking about.
will officially release on February 4th, 2025. Well, and why, you might ask?
I was just gonna ask.
Simple. So you can start 2025 with the best game there is.
Oh, buddy. Honestly, I love that they're not holding back. They know what they've got and they know how much they've grown, especially with public opinion and more people knowing of the game. I want them to be as cocky as they want, or maybe not cocky, maybe confident. But here's the thing. There's a lot to love about this game of what they've shown us. And the reason why they have earned the ability to be confident is because what they have shown us has been detailed. They haven't hidden anything from us. Obviously, like some major points, obviously, but this studio is giving the players what they want. They are making sure that they dish out content for this game appropriately to make sure people know what they're getting into, which also justifies asking for pre-orders. Listen, you can't have it both ways. If you want pre-orders, you have to show people why they want a pre-order.
Stay medieval, guys. Audentis Fortuna Juat. And see you in Bohemia 1403.
Tobi, what a freaking champion Tobi is. Look at his great mustache. My gosh, dude. I mean, look at this guy. Let's take a look at the KCD2 story trailer that just released the other day.
Is that what you really want, son? No matter how many people you kill, you can't change what's happened.
Oh, but I can. Now, if you guys remember, one thing about me playing KCD1 is I love the fact that the game allowed you to be evil and basically attack and kill whoever you wanted. Now, I know that makes me sound like a psychopath, but listen, any game that gives the player choice to be bad or good to whatever degree they want to is a great game in my book.
All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again.
Now, let's not forget, this game takes place immediately after the events of KCD1. But as stated previously, you don't need to play the events of KCD1 to still be able to have a good time in KCD2, or at least that's what Warhorse is stating. They're really leaning into the violence with this one.
My boy, war is a nasty business.
Oh, is that not just a great line?
Head on your neck. And your foe on his knees, than the other way around.
This is going to be a wild time. Burning villages, everybody hiding weapons from each other. This is going to get pretty intense. The stakes are high in this one.
You know who I am!
Oh, Hans. Oh, you sweet boy, Hans.
You're the same as me,
Wait, is that Isvan Toth talking?
but you don't understand the rules. And in the end, you'll lose.
This right here, his name is Jan Ziska. And if I'm butchering that, forgive me. But this man right here is considered one of the most badass people from history. He led a Protestant uprising at this time during 15th century Bohemia. If you guys have clarity on who Jan Ziska is and how he's going to play a role in KCD2, leave those thoughts in the comments down below because I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate learning about it. February 4th, baby.
Is mustering his allies and their armed forces to Kuttenberg.
Looks like we're gonna lay siege to Kuttenberg, or at least Sigismund will. We'll be defending.
Carried off everything that we possess.
Now!
Are we seriously gonna wait? Cower in a corner? Or are we gonna...
Oh, there's that beautiful combat I miss.
I remember everyone I killed. Are you sure you didn't kill someone's father or mother? War is a nasty business.
Clearly, things are going to be even more tense in KCD2 than they were in KCD1. Now, if you remember, KCD1, it was really much a, dare I say, cozy experience, kind of learning the world and kind of navigating around. Obviously, there was a couple of moments that were pretty intense with the violence. However, it still seemed like we were living in a small world. I feel like this is opening up the floodgates to what is really going on with the conflicts happening in 15th century Bohemia at the time. Also, the soundtrack in that trailer and the way it was so well edited, I don't know, that might be on my top 10 trailers list when it comes to gaming. But let's move on to the last update that we got from KCD2 and Warhorse Studios. Courtesy of IGN, we have the exclusive hands-on trailer for the game. I imagine we're gonna get some gameplay and some early game moments, so let's take a look. The scale increase, it's what I said earlier. This game, not only does it look like just an even more polished version visually and probably mechanically as well, but I'm genuinely curious to see how detailed the bigger city areas are in this game. How many buildings can we go into and how alive does the city feel? Just looking from this, from the outskirts of town, this looks quadruple the size of anything I saw in KCD1.
Henry began the first game as the kind of old school RPG protagonist who is really just some random guy with no skills to speak of. He could barely hold a sword.
See, and that point he's making there is why I think Kingdom Come Deliverance is one of the many reasons, really, why I think Kingdom Come Deliverance is such a special game. It truly makes you feel like you are nothing at the start of it, and you grow into something special, especially combat-wise. I am really curious to see how Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 makes you feel like you're still growing as a player character of Henry. Okay, why the dogs?
Button and have instead been folded into the combo system.
I'm sorry, did we just stab that guy in the neck right there?
Barriers are a bit easier to pull off, and much to my delight, blocking can now defend you from multiple attackers, as long as they're all in front of you.
The multiple attackers thing, remember? That was one of the biggest critiques to Kingdom Come Deliverance 1's combat. Anytime you faced multiple enemies, it was actually pretty chaotic because the game just wasn't capable of handling multiple enemies at once. I'm really curious to see how we can develop our combat skills to be able to handle multiple enemies.
Whether you mastered KCD1's combat or not, the lower skill requirement at the very beginning models the fact that Henry is simply a better fighter by now.
Honestly, I know that's what turns off a lot of people when it comes to Kingdom Come Deliverance combat, but I really love the fact that you start off as a more competent warrior in this one because it makes sense story-wise, but it will also allow new players to get more acquainted with the series than before. And honestly, I think that's a big win for everyone. Because let's be honest, if people play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 for the first time, they're probably going to be more inclined to try Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, and they may be better prepared for it, being able to start at a more competent combat level to get more acquainted with the game.
The world of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is quite a bit larger as well, with two distinct maps about the size of the first games that you can travel back and forth between once both are unlocked. The terrain...
See, that town looks... oh, buddy, it looks dense.
But the level of detail on the terrain and vegetation is a noticeable step up, and better yet, it's way more optimized.
The density of the vegetation in the forest. Now, as long as the bushes aren't a problem to get around or jump over or get stuck in, I welcome this tenfold. I am always impressed, even in Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, to this day, how good the forest looks. And so when I see this, guys, I'm going to be wandering around the forest, and maybe we'll find some witches in the forest, you know what I mean? And the best part about what we're seeing here is the fact that it still looks, feels, at least I can only imagine it feels, and really gives off the vibe of Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. That's the best part about this, is they managed to improve the visuals and the way the game plays, I imagine, without losing the identity of what the first game was. And being that the game picks up where the first game leaves off, that's so important, and I feel like they aced it.
And admiring its grand Gothic architecture is a complete change
Now that is a church I would love to get stuck in for hours on end. You know what I mean? The map art style is clearly staying the same, but it does look just like a touch more vibrant. And just look at Gutenberg here. I can only imagine with how giant and dense this looks, there's going to be so much extra content to get lost in. Who knows? They're saying like 80 to 100 hours in this game. I'm imagining the average person putting in closer to like 150 just for the sake of taking their time and getting lost.
The quest doesn't much care how you get the sword.
Say no more. Like I said before, player choice is everything. I love in Kingdom Come Deliverance the way you can either steal, kill, talk to somebody and persuade them. The game reacts to your decisions, and that is everything. Hold on, let's take a look back there. We just looked at the lock picking, and it looks different for sure, but it still looks like it's based on the same concept here. It just doesn't have like the little ridges in it. Everything about this UI, it just looks more polished. And also the way it looks like we upgrade our character is very similar to the previous game, which I really like. It's very unique, like choosing these very unique traits. Beerfoot, who knows what that means? That probably just means simply like we're going to be able to be like sneakier when we're drunk. It makes no sense, but that's why I love it. With how historically accurate this game is, I love that it doesn't take itself seriously sometimes, and I feel like every game needs a little bit of that, all right? It's called comic relief, and we love that.
With a new system of saved favorite outfits so you can quickly switch between combat gear and something more suited to a soiree.
You're telling me there's transmog or whatever you want to call it in this game? I am ready. I am going to look so good annihilating everybody in town. It's going to be amazing.
Allowing you to craft various potions.
Oh, I quite liked alchemy. Honestly, this was a mini game that I would play with like music in the background. It was so peaceful.
The reading skill has been replaced by scholarship, which is gained by reading books and can provide boons like opening up new dialogue options.
The clock wheel. It's looking pretty good, isn't it? It's also showing you a lot more stats that are helpful for you to know all in one place. Also, scholarship. I love that they're taking it to another level when it came to us reading in Case AD 1. We can now take it further to be able to be a little bit more persuasive, I imagine, in dialogue.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is shaping up as simply a
Han is all of us right now. All of us.
Continuation of the things I liked about the original. The core mechanics are mostly the same, but sharper and with deeper progression. The world looks familiar, but broader and more grandiose.
I'm literally crying right now. This is so beautiful. You know it's good. And you know it's coming from a good place too with Warhorse Studios. I love looking at these first looks. I know some people don't like looking at them because they don't want to have any spoilers, but I feel like you need to get emotionally involved in new games that look really good to you. It makes them even better when they drop. I love this freaking hobby, you guys. So what do we think of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, you guys? I hope you enjoyed everything that we looked at today, and I hope you are getting excited because let me tell you something. I'm not one to tell people that they should like something when it comes to gaming, but let me tell you this. This game changed my life when it came to gaming and understanding of what gaming could be. I have no background in 15th century Bohemia or playing any game that might be historically accurate. I have no background in playing games that challenge you in combat the way this one does, and I have no background in games that really make you want to play the mini games involved, that make you want to just wander around without any care that you are wasting IRL time. But this game makes you want to do all of that, and for that, I have appreciated it since day one.